Hey there, Tracy here with another video for you today. And today I'm making this card featuring Crafty Stamp Co. And the stamp set is called Campfire Critters. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Before we get started, I hope that you'll subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Okay, so here I've got my July Crafty Crew Kit, and the stamp set I'm using today is the Campfire Critters. Got all kinds of adorable little critters on it, and it is part of the July Crafty Crew Kit. And then I've got the papers, and initially I was going to use this paper here, but I changed my mind later because that's what happens. But I'm definitely going to be using the star stencil that's part of the kit. So I'm going to get out my Misty tool, and I'm going to lay my paper, and this is alcohol marker friendly paper, down, and I'm going to lay down a stencil from my stash. And this is going to act as a mask, and I'm going to have to mask off certain areas. So while I'm doing that, let's talk about the kit. So you have up until June 15th to pre-order this July Crafty Crew Kit. If you don't, you'll miss out because they only order what's been pre-ordered. So I do have it linked in the description box down below where you can get yours. And don't miss it. It's a fun little kit. There's another stamp set that I'll be featuring in my live on Thursday. So I'm just masking off some of these areas on here. And then I'm going to pick out my stamps and I'm going to lay them on. And I'm having them part on, part off. I want this to look like postage, so that's where I'm going with it. So I'm just going to select the ones that kind of fit in the holes. And I'll tell y'all a little secret here. I put the stencil on the wrong way. So I put it face down instead of face up, and didn't even realize it till the very end when I went to cut out the postage. And I went, wait a minute, something's wrong here. So I had to cut it out from the back. No big deal. Just, when you cut something from the back, it doesn't have that pretty kind of beveling that goes on. So I'll just add all the little stamps down here, and then we'll get this stamped out. Trying to get them straight. They want to stick to my fingers, of course. Let's see, who else? Okay, we're going to put the sentiment in this long one. See, that should be over on the right, not the left. Well, I like it on the left, so there's that. And I think I'll get the little campfire and put it in the bottom right. Then I'm just going to close my Misty lid, and I want to move all these over so that I can put, postage prices without covering them, best I can anyway. There's a little camping sign. And I'm just going to use my Simon Hurley brand new Black Widow ink because I absolutely love this ink for stamping and for alcohol marker coloring. It's my new go-to. So I'm just going to give that a good push, and I may have to go more than once, but this stuff stamps a dream. And let's see, there's a couple of spots because it's on that masked area that it needs to be stamped more than once because the masking has kind of a little lip on it. And it's so funny, I'm doing this today and I saw Yana doing this earlier this morning. I'm like, how did she know what I was planning? Great minds think alike. So I'm going to leave this in the stamp platform, and trust me, friends, later on I'm sorry that I did. And the reason for that is because the alcohol ink kind of leaked through and stained up my little mat, which I don't love. I'm going to color, and I'm just coloring the backgrounds right now. I'm going to color just the first one, and then I'll color the rest off camera because it's a little bit of a long process. You don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I did it. So I'm making kind of a sunset behind each one of them, and every one will have a different size sunset. So depending, some of them, the sunset will be higher in the sky. Some of them, it'll be lower. Did I do that on purpose? Maybe. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing. You'll never know. So I've got those all colored out, and I'll put the ground in later. And I'm just going to take my black Cricut pen, and I'm going to just go around each one of these little squares with the black pen, just to kind of neaten it up a bit. Because when you're using alcohol markers, and especially bleedy ones, sometimes they bleed over, sometimes they don't get you a nice crisp line. And I'm not trying to make the lines perfect, by the way. I am definitely trying to just get them around that color. So I'll finish doing those, and then once I've done that, then I'll color off camera. I will color all the little things on the inside. You could leave them black and white like this if you wanted to. It would still look cute. Of course, I would have to go over with my white gel pen of all the spots that my pens decide to go where I wasn't trying to make them go. And I don't know if you can feel my pain with that. But I have to say that I absolutely love my Cricut pen. I love it better than any of my other black pens. Only thing is, it is not, let me see, what makes it run? Either alcohol ink, yeah, I think it's not alcohol ink friendly. It's fine like this, but if you're trying to color with alcohol ink, it will mess it up. So we'll get this last line around here. These little critters are so stinking adorable. And listen, I understand this is way overcolored, and this is exactly the look I'm looking for. So I'm not looking for realism at all. And when I color the little critters, I'm going to color them fairly simply. I will add some shading and such with my pencils, but overall, it's going to be simply. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add a second line to my sentiment box here, just to kind of match everything up, and so it doesn't look like it's sticking out there like a sore thumb. Now I could have colored the background of that too, but I decided I wanted to leave it white. So here we have this. Now I'm going to go offline and color all these, and it may take me a while, so I'm not going to make you guys watch. I'll just be back when I've got them colored, and there they are. And I've done my other little stamping with some stamps from my stash, and I've done my shading. So now I'm going to do my background, for which the whole stamp sheet is going to sit on. And I'm going to grab just a plain piece of accent opaque white paper. And I'm going to grab my Simon Hurley ink in the Midnight Snack. And I'm just going to go direct ink to paper and just ink that paper up. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper over here to do it on, so I don't get blue ink all over my black surface and not notice it later. Ends up, I still end up getting blue ink somewhere because it ends up on the front of my card. I don't know how, but somehow. So I'm just swiping my ink pad. And just know that if you do this, you're going to need to refill your ink more often, because it really soaks up a lot of ink. And I'm not worried about it being terribly even. Most of it's going to be covered up, but I am still trying to get it because the little holes in the postage will show, you know, the blue through it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry completely. And then my first thinking was I was going to heat emboss, but I decided I'm going to stencil with some paint, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm setting this down on my sticky matte surface, and I've got here my Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White and a little dauber, and I'm just daubing this ink in. And what's going to happen with that, and I don't have to really worry about getting the middle, is that it's not going to bleed the blue through, and it's not going to warp my paper either. I just wanted to show here that you could try and do this with a paintbrush as well if you don't have a little dauber, but I definitely recommend the dauber method with the stencil because you can get more product on the dauber. And, you know, I want enough product to fill in all those little teeny tiny dots and stars. So I'll just go around the whole thing, and this stuff cleans off with water, no big deal. And I can clean the little dauber too, so it's soft again for the next time I want to use it. Because most of us just use our P.H. Martins for splattering, but there's so much more you can use it for. And then I'm going to go ahead and just splatter a little bit of water too, just to give it a little extra depth. And then just kind of dry that water up best I can with my heat tool. And most of that you won't see either by the time I get my my main piece on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to a white top folding card base. And there's a little excess hanging out on the right side, and I'm just going to trim that off with my guillotine trimmer here. And so that's all going to fit nicely. And then I'll go ahead and add my tape. And just, you know, kind of adding a couple of pieces on each block, trying not to block those little holes. It's a little awkward, but I can do it. Put that little piece, nope, change my mind. Do one there, do one there, do one there, okay. And then I'll pull the backers off. Friends, our card is almost done. And then I'm just going to add some liquid glue so I can scooch it around if I need to. And I'm going to do my best to lay this evenly on here. I'm going to use my T-roller, but it works out that it's not exactly the right. It's pretty close, but not exactly. But I'm happy with it. So anywhere where I got that blue ink, and you probably can barely see it on camera, but I can see it. I got blue ink all over it. I'm not sure how. And then also I painted in the little stars with just my little white gel pen. Now I'm going to add some of the sequins from the shaker mix that comes in the kit. And maybe a couple of the little clay bits as well, a couple of the little fires. Just to add some sparkle, extra sparkle and shine to the card. I'm just sticking them on with my little pick and stick tool and glue. We'll do a couple, 3 here. And I think I'm going to do a couple of flames down here, just for the fun of it. And do one more right here, and that's it. That's the card finished. So don't forget, you need to order by May 5th, or not May, June 15th. I'll have everything listed down below. And here's a couple of still pictures of my finished card. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.